Making his way to the cage in our 8th fight of the night here at Cage Aggression Challengers 3 Road to Sturgis, Jared Richardson out of Pontiac, Illinois, representing Four Corners Fitness and Training Center.
As we progress through the card, we've had an incredible night of fights so far, and each fight you sort of just sit back and say, man, I wonder is this one going to be good? I wonder is this one going to be good? And they all seem to deliver, so I'm expecting the same tonight out of Richardson versus Grinstead.
Every time I hear this song, I hate this song. I know. Got a cup on? I don't know what to say.
Making his way to the cage, Dalton Grinstead from Guttenberg, Iowa, and Team No Limit.
Man, one thing I have to say about Team No Limit, and I would think, I don't know how long they've been around as a team, but over the past, I would say 3 to 4 shows, we've seen a lot of them, and they really impressed me with a lot of the things that they've been able to do. So I'm expecting Grinstead to do a lot of the same stuff that they've been teaching there. And a lot of times you have a camp, and they come on the scene and then they sort of fizzle out. And I'm hoping that's not the case with Team No Limit. And we've seen, like I said, we've seen them a lot, so I'm hoping that they're able to keep things going and rolling along the way that they have so far.
Right, and it reminds me of, 2 years ago where we started seeing Marty's Martial Arts come out and just fight. They would go 2-2, they would go 3-0. I mean, they would just be on the cards, and that's how I feel Team No Limit is. The more you're on the cards, the more exposure your team gets, the better fights, and everybody's fighting. And this is what challengers are about, seeing new fighters, new teams, and kind of building from there to get on the bigger shows.
I'm just amazed that he came out to like Lord of the Rings type music.
You have any questions at all? Questions? To get in there, you got to use the feet. Put your hands in, release your hands. Got your mop? Got a cup? Okay, man, good luck. Go get it.
We hit it with the "You Shall Not Pass." Man. That was.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the Cage Aggression Amateur Featherweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. He trains with Team No Limit. Joining us from Guttenberg, Iowa, Dalton Grinstead. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 143 pounds. He trains with Four Corners Fitness and Training Center. Joining us from Pontiac,
Chris Allen is our referee for our 8th fight of the night here at Cage Aggression Challengers 3 Road to Sturgis, featuring Jared Richardson versus Dalton Grinstead. Grinstead in the black shorts, Richardson in the blue.
Very nice footwork by Richardson already.
Very quick, too. I mean, those fighters are very hard to get anything off of. Catches a big leg kick, and that kick went through from Grinstead. Another good kick. I feel like this is a fight that could end very quickly, too, with the style of
huge body shot by
that's
Richardson.
going on right now. Just missed, and that's the foot that smacks. Grinstead got to be careful of pawing that arm out. Richardson doing a good job of looking high and going low with those shots, too.
Nice kick by Grinstead right there.
Wow, catches again, spins around for the single leg. Very nice from Richardson.
Nice shot by Richardson right there.
I like how he landed a 2-hit combo and then went for the single leg immediately. He didn't waste any time. Catches again. Wow, great counter takedown. Saw the opening, took it.
Yeah, that's totally textbook right there.
Yeah.
Grinstead trying to work those legs up a little bit.
Oh. Nice body kick. And that one went through Richardson
definitely.
a little bit. And the thud, too, as well, was shin.
Shin directly to the ribs.
Another big right from Richardson. He's almost loading up, looking low and coming up high. Once
Another
again,
huge
nice
shot by
combo
Richardson.
Again.
Oh, huge kick right
Big
there by
kick.
Grinstead.
Grinstead's really got to go in there.
Huge
Big
kick by
again.
Grinstead. It takes a lot to get kicked like that and still have the wherewithal to know to go for a takedown so you can get yourself together. Yeah.
I mean, you're going for the takedown to get some air, clear the cobwebs a bit. But you're right. I'd be curious to see Richardson walk back to his corner with a bit of a wobble leg when he finally stands back up. Yep, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Took 2 big kicks. Cardio is good because if his cardio wouldn't have been good, those would have been the KO at end of the fight, showing that his cardio is good. This minute couldn't come soon enough for him. It's still not going to clear the cobwebs out as much. So really what Grinstead's got to do is bum rush and get in there and just flurry right away. I believe that Richardson's going to go and get the takedown immediately. Here we go with round 2. Richardson in the blue, Grinstead in the black. Grinstead switching stances to throw off Richardson a little bit. Nice kick from Grinstead. Another big kick from Grinstead to try a trip, and a good takedown from Richardson.
Both guys really strong on the mat. You can tell that both are pretty comfortable with being down there. Grinstead did a really nice job of locking those legs up almost immediately, trying to get that body triangle going.
Big straight from Richardson. Another.
Punches, Dalton. Punches. Punches.
Big shot right
Nice
there by
right.
Richardson. Followed by a nice takedown. And that's, like you said, that's something that he's done twice now, which is a pretty good technique to sort of get your opponent off balance with the strike and then go for the takedown.
For me, what do you do now, though? You
Yes.
got the takedown. What do you do afterwards? I feel like even now in MMA, the takedown doesn't score as much as it used to. So what do you do afterwards? Nice scramble from both guys here. This is where he's got to pop up, drop a shot down, go back down. Can't just lay and grind out anymore. You know, Grinstead's almost more active on his back now, even though he got taken down. Really trying to pop out the side and do something. Richardson's got to posture up a little bit, drop a few punches down, then get back down. He's just kind of grinding it out and not doing much right now. Very quick, gets on his back. Very slippery right now, though, too.
Going into the third round, this is another fight that's has to be up for grabs as far as the judgment is concerned. It doesn't really look as though either of these guys are going to be able to finish the next one, so you got to know coming into this third round that I'm going to have to do enough to probably sway a victory right now.
And that's where Richardson's got a little bit of the edge that, you know, he's going to go for that takedown. He's going to stand in top position, but Grinstead was doing a lot more work on his back. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. This going to the third, it's still, I feel like it's anybody's game. Grinstead looking for the spinning back kick. Nice.
Nice
Good
lower
kick.
leg combo to upper leg or upper body kick.
Thanks for the takedown again. Nice job. As far as Grinstead's concerned as well, it's very frustrating when you've got a fighter like that just on top of you, relentless. And that's that wrestling background that you bring in. You can't do a whole lot with it. I mean, defend it, and it's very frustrating and grueling.
Right, and try to get a little bit of offense going from the ground on your back like he did in the second round.
And that's the thing. Richardson isn't really necessarily going for anything right now. He's just staying heavy on him, grinding on him. Grinstead looking for the up kick, maybe. Even right there, I may start hacking at the calf. Nice combo. Takedown again from Richardson.
Yeah, I would love to see a little bit more activity out of Richardson while he has his opponent down right now.
But even now too, Grinstead's got to be thinking maybe, you know, what can I do from here? You got to stay on a hip, not flatten your back.
You're back to the cage and work up.
Richardson grinding his face into Grinstead. Almost gets a reversal too and sits up, but then right back down. Richardson should be looking to posture up. Nice reversal from Grinstead.
And Richardson really, you know, he has options. and certain things that he could throw from the top position like that, but he's not really choosing to do so.
And Grinstead doing a great job of keeping that butterfly guard now to not allow for Richardson to completely dominate him with that. Was able to, you know, reverse it a couple times, but just couldn't get anything off. And then that's that, like I said, grueling and tired.
Going into this fourth round, this is where, you know, we change over from being a regular fight to a title fight. And with these fourth and fifth rounds coming up, you'd have to think that both of these guys probably haven't expended a ton of energy, so they might have a little bit left in the tank to really turn some offense on. I'd really like to see a little bit more offense out of Richardson besides the takedown.
Right, well, you've got to. And I mean, in a title fight like this, you've got to step it up a little bit. Huge body kick from Richardson. And going into the fourth, that's where both corners remind them that this is for a title. This is the road to Sturgis. So if you want to be on that road and potentially be at out-of-town Sturgis, the next cage aggression card, you need to step up. Because this fight, this belt is up for grabs.
Yeah, Richardson could be taking advantage of this position a little bit. Try to get some short knees going in. A lot of different things you can do right now. Nice up kicks.
Yeah, Grinstead looking
Another
big
up kick that lands.
huge
Another
up kick again. Nice kicking in the knee. And those register too.
Yep.
Timing those up kicks perfectly too.
And also another kick right there to throw Richardson off balance.
And Richardson goes in and lands one though on Grinstead.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that Richardson isn't more active when he's on the ground. He seems pretty crisp with his strikes standing up.
I do like how Richardson doubles up on that kick, showing he still's got a lot of energy left and goes in for what's comfortable for the single. Well, going into the fifth round title fight, these two guys are in there for a reason. So, I mean, this is one of those fights that you kind of knew from the first round. It was probably going to go 5 rounds. Neither guy was really doing a whole lot, but enough. So, you know, at this fifth round, I don't really expect much of anything different. We've got 3 minutes left to determine who will be the Cage Aggression Amateur Featherweight Champion. Nice job from Grinstead of avoiding the takedown. Knew that was coming. A lot of energy left for the fifth round. I will give it to Richardson and Grinstead, both of them.
And Richardson is or at least he was in a pretty nice position right there. If he can sort of jump that leg over and maybe get in the full mount right now. Grinstead is doing a good job of keeping that leg trapped, though.
Oh, big up kick again from Grinstead.
Yeah, I haven't really seen someone land as many up kicks as Grinstead has been
Richardson
able to.
has taken a ton of damage this fight and just keeps coming and still crisps in the 5th round, like you said. Grinstead as well. Nobody has really slowed down the action. It's been a steady ride to the end.
Right, and if you got to feel if Richardson could really turn it on right now and then, you know, drop some shots on Grinstead, he will probably be able to walk out of this cage with a title around his waist.
Nice ground and pound from Richardson. This is the type of things you need to do in the end of the 5th round.
Yeah, you got to fight with that sort of that title urgency, and you don't necessarily get it out of Richardson right now, even though he is doing it, being a little bit more active, like we called for.
Just under a minute left in the round. Nice up kick, and the toes land on that one. And Richardson still throwing with a lot of urgency, a lot of power behind those for the end of the 5th. Says a lot about these guys' cardio. This is what I'm talking about. A fight like this, you know both guys trained for this fight. You know they came in ready, and a
Huge
big
kick
kick
there by
again from
Grinstead.
Wow.
And you just have to sort of wonder where that was at a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and you can't be mad at a fight like that at all. I mean,
No.
it was action-packed. It was a different type of action-packed, though. So, you know, even for them to be fighting like that towards the end, very curious to see who will come out with this. But like you said, Richardson did have a bit of the edge, so he may take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored 49-46, Richardson. And our last two judges scored it 50-45, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and new cage aggression amateur featherweight champion, Richardson! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with a very happy and new cage aggression amateur featherweight champion, Jared Richardson. Jared, very entertaining match, man. Did you ever feel like you were in trouble during any point in that matchup?
When he landed that front kick to my face over my right side, it felt a little dizzy at first, but we came back to it.
Oh man, that kick and all the up kicks that you ate, you definitely have the heart of a champion and a pretty good chin on you. I'll tell you what, why don't you let the crowd know what's next for Jared Richardson?
I'm going to come back here and defend this 45 belt title again, so thank you for all the fans for coming out and supporting me, and thank you for my friends and family and fans.
Well, I know we're looking forward to you stepping into the cage again, but before I let you go, is there anything else you want to mention or anyone you want to thank? I know I kind of cut you off there.
I want to thank my team, Joe, Aaron, my boxing coach, Big Lurch, my producer coach, and thank you to all my friends and family, and God, of course, thank you.
Well, looking forward to seeing more from Jared Richardson and, of course, Four Corners Fitness. Ladies and gentlemen,